welcome to Art with Mad Mel. I just went on ahead and skipped on through. I figured I would just say hello and hi. Welcome to my stream. Hope that you are ready for madness tonight. I'm going to be doing a couple of things. I have a painting I've been working on for a while, so I think I want to jump right into it. Just cut down on time. Also because I'm fighting a storm, so there's that as well. But if this is your first time being here, I hope you enjoy what we're going to be doing. Acrylic paint. I might do some black light paint today, I'm not sure, but I have a painting I need to get finished. So we got to do a little bit of line work. Some of that good old-fashioned calligraphy ink line work. Hello, Demetra. Thank you for showing up. Glad that you were able to make it. So, yeah, let's give people a few moments here. Try to get in. Good things popped up on my end so I can see what's going on. Got us some music ready too, so ready to go on that end. So I hope everybody's ready for this Memorial Day weekend. May not be many people here, but at least we got a few mad ones that are showing up. You're ready? Fantastic. I'm glad you are. And I hope those of you that are just popping in, I hope you guys are ready too. So let's go on ahead and mosey on over here so you can see what I'm working on in case if I use these brushes. I'm just moving everything out of the way, just in case. Well, let's go on to the table, shall we? Uh-oh. Yes. Yes. Anyways, so this is the painting that we're going to be working on. It's 3 sections here. Like your hair. Thank you. Thank you. It's out of my face, right? It that becomes a problem, especially if it gets hot. You know, sometimes it gets really, really hot, and it's kind of crazy, you know, especially with heat. But hey, it's working now, so it looks very nice. So what we're going to do here today, as you can see, got three pictures here on one canvas. We want to do the line work for it and kind of get the idea of it, so so that way I can go over it again and then give it the color and everything that it needs. I want the line work to be very subtle, so I'm not going to go very heavy on it. Also, I'm going to turn on some jazzy funk stuff, you know, kind of taking it easy today. So we're just here to chill and enjoy ourselves. The madness will come on Tuesday. Now, what you will get wonky or anything like that, or if the stream starts to get a little unstable, if it gets too unbearable, let me know, so that way I can either try to adjust it, or if it's out of my hands, well, it might just be out of my hands. Anyway, let's get some music going, shall we? There we go. Just let that run. So anybody in the chat got any plans for Memorial Day, if you celebrate that, or if you're in the U.S., I should say. Not everybody is in the U.S. Most of our mad ones are international, right? So let me turn here so you guys can actually see me, because I know I've been asked this before, like, do you really have the ability to, like, it takes time, but here we go. I'm going to crank up that light for myself, right? There we go. So first one that we're going to start with is probably going to be this one in the middle. I figured that was going to happen. I felt it snag. Dadgummit. Well, we're all to a good start. This nib is kind of not one to work. I think that one caked up a little too long, right? Switch it up. There we go. There we go. Hey, nuclear nuisance. Yes. We are here. We are doing it. I'm just getting the line work done for this. Screaming and yelling. What do you plan on doing tomorrow? Or nothing at all. Which that works too. Don't forget, Mad Ones, to let me know how the chat's doing and how the stream is going. If it starts to get a little too funky, I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Also trying to keep an eye on the weather, because the weather's been crazy so far this year. I know. It's near the end of the world, you know, possibly, or maybe all that bull that we've been throwing up in the upper atmosphere is finally starting to catch up to us. Who knows? The weather has been wonky and funny. I know down there in Florida it's probably been high. I know in Tennessee has been high. Raining. We got a lot of rain. It's going to rain tonight, tomorrow, into Tuesday. That's what I'm looking at. And it's kind of nuts. Like, what? For what reason? And, you know, it's like, oh man, I cut grass. I don't. Well, you know, I can and have and do if I need to. But, you know, it's like people who love to cut their grass, man, they're like getting pimped out there right now. You know? Well, there's like, hey, you know, here's what I'm going to do. Well, I will say something that I think that was interesting. Got to do some celebration over the weekend. I was able to have some of my artwork put into the one of the local banks in my area that I live in, and I got to showcase it with other artists in town, which was really cool. And I was grateful for that opportunity. That was really awesome to be able to do that, because what I was able to show was black light acrylic paint. Like everybody else was doing acrylic and oil and other things like that, but it was nice to be able to have that as a representation of a different type of medium. Still, and that's what I'm going to kind of do with this, but I don't like what's going on here. I don't like this. This don't look right to me. This looks silly. This looks like some 12-year-old did this. I can do better. Yeah, we'll fix this. Yeah, I wasn't pleased. Not happy. Let's fix this, right? If we're gonna do it right. Probably start over here. Let me try to get... None of my nibs want to act right today. Today's been a weird day. Like, things have worked, but it's just been a tad bit off. I don't know. Have you guys been feeling like that? Like things have been a tad bit off? Oh, shit. Why? I just did a whole bunch of silly stuff there. Let's go over here. We know this is a short thing. Congratulations on the art exhibit. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, I am very happy about that. You know, getting some more exposure is always good. You know, having, especially people in town, you know, it's, well, that wasn't on the list, but I guess I was going for it. Didn't ask for it, but I guess it said, hey, this is what you want now. This is what the stream wants. Mind you, this is on shuffle. So, this isn't something I just put on myself. Huh. I thought I heard something buzz. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn my body a little bit more. Here we go. So that way we can look and talk. So what do you guys want to talk about? Give me something. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. Give me something that you guys have been up to. Let me see what your madness was this weekend. I don't care how big or small it was. If you want to share, that is. That's up to you. Yeah, the energy is off. Yeah, it is. Yeah, back to what I was saying earlier. Yeah, it is off. I think everybody's feeling it. Okay. I like what was happening there. Oh, I hear that thunder. There we go. There's one. Now we can go back and do this one. Oh, okay, so it's just got an idea to do whatever it wants to do. Because I did not want to play this. I was actually trying to play something other music, but whatever. There we go. Let me see here. What did you say here? What did you name that work? What did you name that work? The artwork you're working on. I don't know yet. I usually reflect on my paintings whenever I get done, whenever I get ready to name them. In most cases, just like having a preemptive name ready for them. I rarely have like a name preset, right? Like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. This is a name for it. I'll look at it and see what really was the emotion that I was conveyed in that piece, or what was I feeling, or what was going on with that. You know, I try to figure it out that way a little bit before I do it. I used to just willy-nilly just name them all the time, like oh, this is whatchamacallit, and this is that. But then I started realizing that sometimes it's better just to take your time with it and just kind of figure out, let it come up with its own name, than to just rush a name for a piece. And I also try to find something that's easily referenced, that people can all kind of, I call this like, you know, such and such of this or that, and someone might not understand it, but if you say, hey, this is like, you know, long night at Taco Bell, they understand what that means. We'll just turn that into something else. Now, I don't recommend you guys doing that. I do that because I've been doing this for a while with that, but If you decide to use calligraphy ink, I wouldn't recommend doing that, but because this is going to fade into other stuff, it's okay. The song is long. Shit. Why won't this go away? Why are you here? Good grief. I thought this song would have been done by now. Get out of here. You too. Dumbass song hijacked my whole situation. What silliness. Love it all. Loving it all. The music and the stuff with the faces. You know, hey, the faces always give me. Yeah, the faces are always fun. The faces are always fun. I enjoy the faces. They kind of make the actual painting a little bit better. Indeed, the music is fire. Thank you. Yeah, that song, the cake song, was a little too much. I got kind of tired of that. There we go. There we are. Is that Master Chief's armor? No. But it is some kind of battle armor. There. Alright. I'm over here toward. Oh, okay. Well, be careful with all that. not held responsible for any type of like injury due to overexcitement. Ooh, all right. Ah, man. So yeah, that's pretty cool looking. I like that so far. Well, I know you can. You're gonna walk across the floor, but yeah, don't be doing all that stuff. That's crazy work. Let's see. So we're going to change pins. I'm going to change up the nib, clean it up. So I realized that you could use solution, but this rubbing alcohol and diluted with a little bit of water is always nice. I put more alcohol than water in this ratio, so I add a dollop of daisy, right? Because I just went straight hard alcohol because I was trying to strip some of this. But, you know, half and half works pretty well. You know, 3/4, and then, you know, coming back with it. But it's always good. I like to use it. There we go. Okay, so I'm not going to go too crazy on this because I want to go overlay it, right? And later I want to overlay it with neon yellow, neon blue, neon green, and I want to use like a pearlescent medium on top of, mix it with the acrylic blacklight to make it actually like a two-tone iridescent neon color. It'll work. Tested it. We'll see how well it's going to hold together, though. That's the biggest thing, is being able to hold it together. You know, kind of like like McDonald's when in a human being's stomach after they eat. You know, it just holds everything together. Just holds it all together. All right, now it's time for the nifty boots. I don't know what to do with the arms, so I'm just going to leave the arms alone for right this moment. Also, if you like the content I create, hit that subscribe button, like, share, all that kind of stuff. Please become a new subscriber. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, I would love to be able to hit 300 subscribers this year, if possible. Okay? And the only way to do that is you guys have to help me with that. So, if you like the content. Now, you might be like, what the hell, man? I came in here for something mad. Right? And I'm not going to go through this song either. It's going to do whatever it wants. Shit. I thought it was going to have jazz, but obviously it said no. I want to do whatever I want to. Unless if it's you, Nuclear Nuisance, if you got my radio hijacked, which I could see that being the thing. I could see you doing that. I could actually see you possibly doing that. Let me see if my pen's working today. I can see that. I can see it. I hope not. Come on, baby. Work for me. Why don't you just use regular paint? Fine, fine. You want to see me use just regular paint? Fine. Why not? Later. Not right now. There we are. Not bad for line work. So that's basically it. I'll come back through and do some other stuff. Now this one.
Step my game. Step my game. Step my game. Step my
There we go. Woo! Got off in there. Oh boy. Dipped off there for a second. Okay. I hope this is making sense. I hope this is starting to actually look like something now. I know somebody out there might have been like, man, I don't understand what's happening. Hopefully this is making more sense for you. I think that's got it. How much time we got? Oh, yeah. I don't know, I listened to the song just to hear this harmonic part. Like, that's literally like the whole reason why I even listen to this song. It's because I like that harmonica part. Okay. I'm going to leave it alone from here. I'm going to come back through. I'll fix up all of this. But I think this is good for a good start. Not bad for a good start. That's good. Starting here. Got that. And no, that's not a Master Chief at all. It looks similar to the armor, but it's not Master Chief. So there. Yeah, I like that. Good start on that. Now, we can get started on this. So, first things first I want to do is I want to get a ruler and I want to shape in this because these like to bow for whatever reason whenever I get them. They're always bent, right? And it's kind of funky. So, let me see. Let me find a ruler. Yeah. Yep, and it doesn't matter about the tip on this. I actually want a larger situation going on. Oh. That's fine. I want it to look like that. This is good. Hey, Asmodeus. Thank you for being here. So yeah, so this is going to be the panel there. Right. That's fine with me. I don't mind that being the actual border. Right. Might as well just go on ahead and draw the picture. So if you want to know what's going to happen here, is literally I'm going to draw a guy jumping. Like, you'll see it. You'll see it. It's an optical illusion. I don't care if it's smudged. I'll come back and deal with that. Hey, Bart, a lesson in foreshadowing. What, this man on the edge? I don't know. It's always some kind of madness. There we go. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you. That Trump is so low. Make him do a flip. I'll make him do something. Hold on. I got an idea. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the bottom part is going to be 5, right? So that's how that's going to work. Yeah, and then we'll bring in the bottom part here will be the reveal. And the fact of the matter is he's not even going, he says he's going to jump, and then he's not even going to jump, he's actually just standing there making empty threats. Like, I'm going to jump, I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's like, will you get off the counter? And see, I'm just doing the layout right now, right? And this is what I really wanted to do with this. Now, you know what's going to happen. I can never give my foreshadowing right. Oh, foreshadowing. Right, need to work on that. My perspective. Yeah, that takes a while. That what you're talking about, that does take a while. It's not something. The idea is that shrinking down. That's and the only way I can tell you to do that, like how it helped me, jump, scream, scream the patience. Yeah, I mean that's what he kept yelling, jump. But then he's like standing on the counter, making noise, not doing anything really, just up there making a whole lot of noise. And you know, it makes everything a lot rougher in here when you have that going on. You know, it's been nice right now. We've had a lot of summer programs for a lot of the patients, so it's been quiet for the most part. There we go. All right. Now, as for the rest of this, I really don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm probably going to sketch this out on paper before I get too crazy. But I know that he was supposed to be over-exaggerating that he's like standing on a very large building. So that's what this emphasis was supposed to be in the middle, is this whole like cityscape. And oh no, you see like these little dots, and then you'll see here that he's just like literally is a counter, and he's just standing there, and they're like, get off the counter, you know. And I want it to be red because I want to paint the backgrounds on here, and it'll have that undertone that'll pop out. But this is all that I can do right now with this because it's still got some, still a little tacky. I don't know why this is still tacky. Let me see. What was I going to do up there? I don't really know what I was going to do with that. What do we want to draw up here? Let me see. What are we going to do? What do we want to do? Yeah. I want to come back to that. Sorry, I'm going to come back to it because I don't really know what I want to do with that. I thought I did, but I spent a lot more time on that other picture than I did on anything else. So, I mean, we got some time here. Someone give me something. Throw something up there. I'll draw it real quick while the iron is still high. I don't care. Whoever throws something first, you know how this game goes. Someone throws something in the chat first. Whatever you throw there, however wild, it's up to you. I'll let you guys pick while I take a sip of coffee. I didn't realize I was going to be a fuddy-duddy and forget what I wanted. But see, that's the beautiful part about making stuff sometimes, is not having an actual plan. I know it sounds dumb to say that, but it's like, what do you mean not having an actual plan? Sometimes just shooting from the hip can be a lot more fun. Like, a lot of times I do things by just shooting from the hip just to see what will happen. And sometimes it works out. Other times, not so much. That's still fun, though. So let's see. Anybody got something mad? Anybody? Something wild and crazy? Something sane and normal? You want to draw a pair of hands on a coffee pot? What do you want? How bad do you want it? Remember, stay hydrated. Uh-oh. More exciting. Aliens. Changing the skin. From the skin. Oh. You know what? I'm going to do both. In the same. So you want an alien changing its skin from its wardrobe of skins, and I'm going to have a skibbity toilet peeking around the corner looking at them. Like it wasn't prepared. Okay, got it. Let's see. See if this acts right. Yep. 30 minutes. That's what I said, or at least it did. This thing sucks. Anyways, we got 30 minutes, so I'll put it up there. Let's see where we're going to go. No pencil, just all pen, right? So it's all pen work. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let's see here. Alien in the wardrobe. Wardrobe for an alien would be a little bit different. So we're going to do this real quick. We're going to make it look like some type of case, right? Probably be something like that. I would assume it would be like holographic couplers that they would put on their body. That would give them the ability to shift into any other species or any other type of entity. So we're going to get that taken care of first. Replacement. Uh-oh. I want you to draw. I want you, draw a. I want you to draw a Wilkins can of coffee being opened and an eldritch horror coming out of it. Oh. Oh boy. Someone screenshot this and throw this back into the Discord. These are good ideas. I don't want these to just go to waste by the wayside. Yeah, keep these. I will draw more of these. Because, like I said, I'm getting some. These are good ideas because, you know, I'm not going to be doing painting all the time. There's going to come a time soon, probably after July. I want to slow down on some of the paintings, except for commissions. I have an opportunity to sell them at a store, at a boutique, which is nice. And there will be some I will sell at a boutique, but a lot of the bulk I have, I'm not really going to worry about that because I've got other things going on and other opportunities. So painting may go down, but I'll still be doing hand drawing, so don't worry about that. All right, here we go. So now let's see, what are you going to do in here, Mel? You got a box. Well, here's what the box looks like. So we pull the box here, and then we'll pull that there, right? And then we'll pull this over here. Now, you'd be like, well, why do you have just a normal box like this? That would be weird, right? Not really. So we'll just say that these couplers, you know, they'll have something like that. And then we'll just... And the best way I'm going to do this is I want to make the skin look like it has no actual like physical shape, so it's going to be kind of mush, but it's got the coupler on the wrist, and the coupler on the wrist is the activator, which allows it to be able to actually turn the suit on and off, you know, because you would have to have something, right? There we go. Wrinkly. Kind of a... Change the nib on this real quick. Oh man, I wish this pen would work. Hold on. Golden opportunity, kid, and you acting a complete silly man. Ah. Hold on. I gotta get this pen to work. I have to, because it's like, well, damn. It always happens. Like, I can get this pen to work all the time. Before it's time for me to stream, I can get this thing to do backflips on the moon with no problem. The moment it comes to showtime, oh, forbid it wants to work and do what it's supposed to do. Oh boy, isn't that something? Just, man, couldn't you just act right? No, I can't do that. You know? Got smaller bodies. These are the only suits that he's been able to acquire by assimilation, right? Basically absorbing raw DNA tissue and being able to copy their essence. Oh boy. Alright, so there's a little skibidi toilet man back there, right? Alright, let's see what this alien looks like, shall we? Ugh. Ooh, not bad so far. Well, how's it looking so far? Dreamy music? Yeah, a little bit. It was feeling pretty good. I was enjoying the ride of it. It was feeling really nice. Oh boy, here we go. fact that you went in with ink, no sketch with a pencil, no test run, you really are a madman. I am. I'm crazy. I just jump in. And see, the fun thing is, I just, I don't know. I really don't know why I do that. I've always been that type of person that's just like, I'll try it. Let me just see. I can usually get, if I can get the stuff together, I can kind of, come with plumbing. I thought about this before. I always thought of it kind of like the Elden Ring series, like all their organs is jammed in the toilet. Like, that's kind of how I would think that they would work. Like, their body would be in the bowl. Like, I tried to think of it, and then it just made my head hurt. Because if they come out of the toilet, it's not going to be pretty. Everything about that's going to be grotesque. There's nothing, just the inner workings of all that. I don't know. And I hope that they do come with I don't even want them, see, and then that means that they would be part sentient to the house. And then that would be weird. Like, it's like, hey, did you, and then if they're disconnected, it's just, oh man, there's so many ways that could go. Uh-oh. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but that's some hard thunder coming through. Oh yeah. You got the wall shaking a little bit. The only thing I can say about this Robotic is going in straight with no sketch with a pen. I will say that's an exercise for anyone who's doing art. If you're trying something different, be it pen or whatever, just go right into it at least once or twice. Just go right into your picture, painting, whatever it is, without trying to do any like foreshadow painting or sketch or anything. Just try it once or twice, because what it will do is it will challenge your brain. Because the medium that you're using, like if you mess it up, that's it, right? And it's not like digital. But if you try it, it will allow you to dig deeper into yourself and your own abilities, right? Think of it as a way to kind of give yourself the ability to expand. Like you're growing yourself as you're going through, because every stroke of your brush, every movement of the pen, you have to think 2 steps ahead. I'm going to draw this line here. Where's the next line going to be? I draw it here. Then I want to do this. Then this. Then where do I want to be? And you're thinking, it's like chess. You're thinking 2 to 3 steps ahead. So with you doing that, it will help you with your skill. How deep? Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's deep. I never really thought of it that way, but yeah, I mean it is in a way. If you allow yourself to be uncomfortable, it'll teach you how to be perfect, right? Perfection comes from fear and uncomfortable, like being able to overcome that feeling of uncomfortableness. That's how you become a perfectionist. That's how you become a master at something. You got to like push yourself past that, and I know at any minute this tip could pop and it'll just smear all over this, and it's worth it, right? Because at the end of it, if I do get it, see, I gotta keep going before this ink dries up. But if I keep going and I do make a mistake, like right here, I can go anywhere I want to. I can go straight across. I could even, if I wanted to, I could even do something a little funky that you guys may not have thought about. Have you thought about taking the line and going in an angle up? Like that, because if it was like a ship, it wouldn't be all perfect, right? It would be raised and curved in some areas, and what I mean by that curve would be like if it came here You know, and if it's a saucer, it's going to be curved at some point, right? So there's the curve. You know, there you go, and then you can just follow that all the way out, right? And then once you got that, then you got this here, and it's like, oh, well, if I got that, then I just follow that all the way out. And see, this is already there, so, you know, you don't really have to go any further in that way, but we can move this in, and then move that in, and then move this around, and then do that a little bit. And see, it's all same, you know, it's in the same flow, right? So once you get past that and you can think, okay, I know where I'm going, I know where I want to be. And this just it's a great exercise. I don't know, I like to do this every so often. I like to do this, especially when I got a canvas that I know, like black canvases, for example, they're not cheap. So a lot of times when I jump into a picture using a solid black canvas and I have absolutely no idea and I have to lean into it. So I just challenge you guys to try that. Anything that you might like, I don't know if I can draw hands or if I can do this different perspective, give it a shot. Try it the best way you can and see where you're at, and then and that way you know where you want to work from or where you want to try to boost up. You know, because you'd be surprised, some stuff you probably already know. Some stuff you probably already know, and you know, we as human beings have a tendency sometimes to be like, oh, I can't do that, oh, I don't know. Don't let that ruin your talent and your abilities. The I don't know and oh, I don't know about that. That stuff will kill you. Kill your creativity at least. And that's what we're trying to get you back. You know, just like that, right? And then once you got that there, then you can, you know, you got pretty much everything that you need if you want to finagle with something else, like the floor. Like if we wanted to do something with the floor, we could do something here, right? And it's all just layering where we want stuff, what we want to do, how we want to do it, you know. Like, okay, so we got the door, we got basically the floor part, and we want to bring it all the way around here and even make more sense. We can just keep the line going, stop it about there, and then you just follow through like so. Boom, there, you know. And then we can do the same thing over here too, right? Cool. Now I got the ship, is looking at the different bodies inside of the case. Now we gotta make the case look like it's something special, right? Because it's like, oh man, what's so special about this case? It don't look like much. Let me see what's going on. So 76, I ain't seen you in a while. How have you been? I'm glad that you were able to pop in today. There we go. Alright. Oh! Looks like the timer just went off. But that's okay. We're almost there. I want to at least get this finished up for as much as I possibly can. Get tired of this song. I'm gonna move the song on. What is this one? Probably not any better. Oh no, this might be a better song. Okay. I know it's all bland, right? Okay, now it's time for my favorite part. I didn't forget about this. You know, still got one more thing to do. Where is it? Where did you go? Are you here or did I move you? I think it may have been moved. Peculiar. When did I move it? Now you might be asking yourself, what exactly is this crazy man talking about? What did he move? Well, if you must know, I had a pencil. And I used it to write something with. And long and behold, I cannot find it now. Go figure. You use something, and then it disappears. It happens all the time around here. Oh, the Adventure of Seaman. Hey, how you doing? Yes, the Adventures of Seaman indeed. Yes, I haven't done that in a while. I haven't worked on Seaman in a minute. Actually, I haven't drawn Seaman in a while. But I can see that you must be a fan, so that's a good thing. 1 second, I have to find a pencil because the graphite needs to be heavier for this to work. It's not going to work with this pencil. This pencil is not going to do it. I mean, I could make it work. I could, but it's going to be a lot more work, and it'd just be easier if I could just use that. Now, there is another way I could go about it, but it's a little bit more, how you would say, not so friendly, but I'm looking. Give me a second. If not there, I know one spot I can always pick up another one from. I thought. Here we go. Yes, indeed. Got it. Got it. Here we are. Let's get to work, shall we? Alright, so first things first, I want to take this and I'm going to come in here and just semicircle it up, right? So here's a neat little thing I want to do. See, I'll just do this little nifty stuff, right? Come in here and do that. And you might think, oh, that's, yeah, Mel, you know, that's nothing crazy to that. Of course it's not. So you come in with a paintbrush and then you just go over it. Yeah, this is what I do. Trick of the trade. Use a paintbrush, flat brush, like this, right? Use any type of flat brush like this. Gives you really good shade. You can kind of blend it together a lot better. You can go real dark and heavy, right? Come in with one of these and you can just now granted, graphite's kind of a pain in the ass. You're gonna have to work a little bit with it, but for the most part, you see what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go with a 9 what is this, a 2.0, and I'm just gonna do like you just lay it flat, right? I'm just going to get a little shade in here. Nothing too crazy, but I wanted to look dark because I would assume that these creatures having big eyes would have no need for a lot of light. They would probably be able to see in the spectrum we don't fully understand. Now, before you get too far, you want to come in here and just kind of tighten that up, right? Come in here, brush that. And if you really want to get funky and you got the big enough brush, you can do that, all right? You know, and when we lift it up, you'll see, thank you. And then you see here, you kind of have the look there, and then the camera's a little fidgety because of the effect. But if you wanted to also, like say for example, I like to shade to make things stick out more than just like, oh, sun's hitting here and you can see the reflection. Like, I'll get where the sun's at, but I also wanted to push out more of like the definition of the face and things like that. So in that case, if you wanted to go that route, like for example how I normally do, the neck and the jaw into behind the nub of the ear, you know, like all of this, you see it's all kind of rough, right there. It's all rough here. You see, now if I can do this right, you see it kind of, see what I'm saying? So you can kind of get a better blend, right? Kind of blends it in, kind of gives it a little bit more of a shade. So the darker you go, you can hit it harder with that. You see how it's pulling it out, how you're getting depth. And so if I went, like that, right? There's a little something else I'll show you too. When you do that, don't feel bad about wetting your brush. Now, I want to show you a little something else. This is tricky, so don't do this unless if you practice. This is one of those things I'll say practice. Damp your brush a little bit, just slightly damp. You don't want it wet, you just want it damp enough that you can feel the moisture on your skin, and you can use that to kind of, you see what I'm saying? And you can do that too if you want to. You can take that and then you can do stuff like this. It's almost like a wash, right? Almost. Like I said, you got to be very careful because it can get way out of hand if you're not paying attention. Like how that got all smudged, that's because I wasn't really focusing on it. But if I decide that I want to go back though, and I want to give it a nice little back and forth brushing, you know, I can shape it if I so desire. I can go back through here and kind of buff it up, shaping it. You know, so these are a couple of little tricks I like to do sometimes with black and white paintings. You know, give it that look. And then if I add color, then I already got the shading there. But you know, that's basically it. Well, we'll shade the rest of this with a soft shade just to make it make sense. And then I will dust it up again. And I guess that'll be the end of the show for tonight. Definitely, I thank you guys for being here. I'll tell you this ahead of time. Thank you for being here. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have already joined up with the Mad Ones and you are part of the Artistically Insane and you're not getting any of your notifications, don't feel bad. I found out that the algorithm has changed. So, to be able to see anything new or whatnot, you won't get what you used to get. I don't know, some stupid stuff YouTube have done. They're always doing something different. What can I do? The overlords want to do things the way they want to do it, right? So they're playing the new game. I gotta play along. I have to figure out that, but yeah, algorithm's all messed up. Well, not algorithm, but how I'm thrown into the algorithm is all weird now because of content. I don't know. They've done a lot of stuff. But anyways, if you haven't been able to see me and you are subscribed, you might have to unsubscribe, resubscribe back, just so that way it can throw some stuff. I'm not going to give you the whole spiel of, oh man, I'm going to come back with some new videos. I'm working on some stuff. I got 5 things going on right now, and you know, so we're doing stuff here. Definitely want to get some more subscribers. Hopefully be able to do some outside streaming. I want to do some streaming outside while I'm painting. You know, like actually outside instead of in the studio inside of the madhouse. I want to go out and do some stuff. So working on figuring that out. Might have to just do videos like a time lapse or something. But that would be fun. There we go. So you see, now we got all that done, and then we can come through here and we can just semicircles. This will get it evenly spread out with little to no real problem. You want to do little semicircles. Once you get the semicircles out of the way, if you choose to color it, you can. I mean, we could go on ahead and color it right now if we chose to, and that wouldn't be hard to do. Trying to see if I have anything. If I was going to color it, what I would color it with. But that's basically it. You kind of get the idea, right? Now I can go back through it with, if I can get this pen. I want this pen to act right. I would love it to work tonight. That would be great. Hold on, I might be able to get it. I think it's going to try. Looks like it's trying to produce ink. Yeah. That might be it. Wow. Dang, man. There. You know, sometimes convenience ain't really all that convenient, you know what I mean? I thought it was going to be, but it's not. I'm not going to do what I needed to do. So one more time with the darker ink, and then we're out of here. And see that right there, that's something that can happen at any moment. I pushed a little too hard. I'm gonna change the song. I'm getting tired of there. There we go. It's always the second darkening pass is really where you could say this is where the ink work really begins after you get the base of it. If you're just going to go straight forward, it's the second application. You see how it's starting to pull it? Yeah, it's the second application of the ink that you really want to do after you get everything drawn with one straight run. Then you go back over it, and this is where you can put a little bit more pressure, you know, kind of make things make a little bit more, you know, add more detail, depth, however you want to make your piece look, right there. And then with all of that being said, I didn't do anything but just add pressure and just move the pen, right, and in all the other, every other line. And then I'm just coming through here, just making it my own, you know, just really leaning into the creepy and the macabre, strange, bizarre, you know, very There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's take a look, right? Not bad, you know? Skibbity toilet with the alien trying to figure out his wardrobe of skin. I think it came out alright. Hey, we made it. Hey, and your sanity's stuck too. That's great. Let's go on ahead. Let's get out of here, shall we? Well. Another fun-filled episode of mental trauma and horror. I hope you guys enjoyed it. No, we had a good time. At least I had a good time. And like I said before, hit that subscribe button if you like what I do. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. No, not Saturdays. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. 8 p.m. Central Time. Or wherever you are in the world, if it's Central Time. You know, you like it? Thank you, Bart. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you do. I'm glad that you guys enjoy it, and I hope, Asmodeus, I hope that you enjoy the gentleman in the toilet. The man jammed in the toilet. The toilet man. You know, the skibbity toilet man. Anyways, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to go find myself some madness. Actually, I'm going to go and jam my thumbs into my controller and try to play Sifu and try to get, you know, the good ending finally, since I figured out how to not kill everybody. Like all the other 4 times I've done it, I've just been, you know, I don't give them the opportunity, so I just push through. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being the best part of the show. I will see you next time. Take care. Oh, motivational word. Motivational word. That's right. I got to do that. Sometimes it's not, and I'm saying this even for myself. Sometimes it's not the destination, it's the journey. Sometimes what you are dealing with is what, be it if it's good or bad, it could be for your benefit. You never know how a situation may actually be training you for something in the future that might be better for you to have now than later. What I'm saying is that sometimes you may think, oh man, this sucks or whatnot, but it might be for your benefit because it might make you stronger in the end. I don't know. I've been through some stuff this last week, and it kind of helped me figuring that out and thinking about it, that there's sometimes you just, you know, sometimes that happens. But you got to keep going. So it'll be all right. See, next time let's do cute instead of horror. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants something gross and twisted, right? You know? Yeah, we'll do something nice and cute for a change, you know. I'm going to do that too. I want to change up some stuff. I don't want to always draw guts and brains all the time. I know everybody loves to see the gore and the twisted, but I do want to do cuter stuff. So, you know, kind of show that I'm not all crazy. Anyways, guys, see you later. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Man, I'm stopped up. I can't laugh. I can't. Anyways, I'm out. Bye.